Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Just a quick little announcement and kind of programming update. So, wanted to give a shout out to everybody who watches the channel. Yes, we have hit sometime in the overnight, so it actually happened before the weekend. Like I said, I was hoping we would hit 20 million views by Saturday or Sunday. Here we are the morning of the 10th, and wouldn't you know it, we are now like 20,000 views over 20 million. All right, pretty cool. This is a great achievement for this channel. I mean, who would have thought like 2 years ago that we would be at 20 million views, let alone, 63,000 plus subscribers. I think the 20 million is the really amazing number because the bulk of that has really happened over the last 2 years. 2.5 years. I mean, we were at 4 years here on YouTube. We'll be celebrating 7 years on YouTube in September. But we were at like 4 years with barely, a few 100,000 views, not even a million, I don't think. And it really just started taking off once we hit like that 5,000 subscriber mark. And we have grown exponentially over the last 2.5 years. And that's just, it's creating a lot of content. It's getting you guys involved in the content, getting you guys involved in the comments and in the chat. A lot of great guests, a lot of great co-stars and contributors. I mean, I think it's just, it's been a combination of a lot of things. And just trying to bring you guys the best, most entertaining content possible. And like I've said a million times, you're not going to like everything that we produce here on Sea of Tranquility. That would be pretty silly to think that we cover, what may seem to a lot of people like a lot of different genres, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a pretty close set of musical genres, right? So all forms of heavy metal, progressive rock, past, present, and future, hard rock, classic rock, and jazz fusion, a little bit of straight jazz. I mean, that's basically what we do here, and that's all my sweet spots. All right. So, but there are a lot of people who love metal, don't like all the rest of the stuff. There are people who like prog and don't like the other stuff. There are people who just like classic hard rock. There's people who don't like more contemporary music. People that only like contemporary music don't like the old stuff. People who just like the old stuff don't like the new stuff. So it's, we've got a mix of different viewers. We cover a mix of all this stuff. So just like any channel, just like any TV station or whatever, you're not going to, you're not going to watch every single bit of programming. That's unrealistic to think that way. But the fact that enough of you like enough of what we post here and what we program, and like I said, where I've been working towards, every day of the week has very specific programming, and we've the last couple of months we've been pretty good with that. That's going to continue to unfold. So Mondays is Hudson Valley Squares, Tuesday is In the Prague Seat, Wednesday is What's Hot with Sea Tranquility Day. That's the day you're going to get a couple of videos on some notable new releases. Thursday is The Monsters Den. Friday mornings, all right, you're going to get Friday Morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff and myself. And then you've got these other shows like Ranking the Albums, like Top 10 Songs, like the daily, kind of video series of the month. Right now we're doing the favorite bands A to Z. We did Classic Album Rewind in June. Every month we're going to do something similar to that, which will be short little videos that run every morning, okay, throughout that particular month. We just started the Guitarist Corner show, which is going to be like maybe once a month type of thing. And so we're going to have like specific days where that's going to slot in and stuff. So, and all these are the great ideas. I mean, I have a to-do list that is absolutely ridiculously long of all sorts of ideas and themes and stuff and episodes for current programming that we haven't even gotten to yet. So there's no shortage of things to do here on Sea of Tranquility, so you guys can look forward to each and every week, each and every day, getting something to watch. I do want to urge people, because I get contacted every day, like dozens of emails and messages asking about specific content or show ideas, or have you covered this band, have you done that? And 80-90% of the time we have. So please utilize the search feature on YouTube. Okay, you can do it right here on the channel. Go to our playlist. I have everything put into playlist. Explore the playlist. We've got almost 7 years worth of content, worth of videos, thousands of videos here on the channel. So, a lot of you are going and typing away these lengthy emails asking about things to me. It's like, and you could have taken 10 seconds to do a search on the channel. So a lot of stuff we have covered. I mean, I do get great ideas from folks that I add to the to-do list, but I would say the majority of what people are contacting and asking is stuff that we've already done. So please search on the channel. There's a wealth of content here from myself and all of the great guests and folks who appear on the channel. So, again, I want to thank all the folks who have contributed to Sea of Tranquility, whether you're regular guests, regular contributors, or that, kind of superstar musician and rock star who does appear on the channel from time to time. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done. I really appreciate it, and there's a lot more coming. So, speaking of a lot more coming, so this is what we have coming up over the next, couple of weeks. We'll go through the month of July, right? So we've got coming up later this morning, Andy Edwards coming back on the show, along with In the Prague Seats, Chuck Alvarez. We're going to rank our 5 favorite albums from legendary jazz fusion keyboard player Herbie Hancock. All right. Also, make sure you go over to Bryce Talks Metal, okay, his YouTube channel. You've seen Bryce here on the channel a few times. I've been over on his channel a few times. Well, I'm going back over there later today. I believe that will be posted today or tomorrow. We're going to talk about our 10 favorite heavy metal vocalists. Okay, so that's on Bryce Talks Metal. We've got coming up tomorrow, John McEntee's coming back on Sea of Tranquility. He and I are going to rank the albums of legendary black metal act Immortal. Okay, we've got some cool reviews coming up this coming week. I hope to be reviewing the new Toto live album and Blu-ray. Also going to be reviewing with Sean Tonar, also from In the Prague Seat and Soul Night Live, his YouTube channel, the new remaster of Gentle Giant's Freehand, or the new remix, I should say, from Steven Wilson. In addition, related to that, Derek Schulman from Gentle Giant is also hopefully going to be on the show over the next week or two. Looking forward to setting that up. We have a verbal to do that. I just don't have the date yet, so that's coming up. I am on schedule to be talking to Dee Snider Monday evening. Dee Snider, of course, legendary vocalist from Twisted Sister. He's got a brand new solo album coming out on Napalm Records, so stay tuned for that. What else? We've got Hudson Valley Squares, Monday night, the return of the Hudson Valley Squares after a week break. We've got Most of the Gang coming up. We're going to be talking about our favorite bands that feature 2 or more lead singers. All right, so that's happening on Monday. In the Prague Seat, all right, on Tuesday, we got Team B and myself talking about our favorite American prog albums. Okay, that's happening on Tuesday. Coming up on Thursday, on the Monsters Den, Rich Catino, Chris Allo, and myself are going to be talking about it. I think this is going to be part 1 of a part 2. Part 2 will be airing at a later date. Our favorite 70s and 80s exploitation films. So those films that kind of straddle the line between horror and sexploitation and blaxploitation and all that sort of thing, right? So that's coming up on Thursday. We've got Martin Popoff and I are going to be doing a part 2 of albums that most people seem to hate, but we really like. So that's coming up Friday morning. What else we got? George Lemay and I are going to be, George Lemay, of course, from In the Prague Seat. He and I are going to be doing a show all about top 80s jazz fusion albums. So stay tuned for that. That's next weekend. Then we got the Hudson Valley Squares coming up a week from Monday. Our dream concert lineups, with those dream lineup, 3 bands or more. What are the 3 or 5? I forget how many we said. If we could put together a dream concert lineup, what would that lineup be? Okay, so that's coming up as well. In the Prague Seat coming up that following week, we've got Team A alongside Stephen Reed. We're going to be talking about our top 5 favorite prog vocalists. All right. Then we've got also coming up on the Monsters Den in just a little over a week and a half away. We've got kind of like a Team B of Monsters Den. We've got Dan Brown and Jamie Laszlo. We're going to be ranking our 5 favorite Brian De Palma thrillers. Okay. And then the following week, Hudson Valley Squares, favorite albums of 1977, along with hopefully a couple guest stars. So stay tuned for that. In the Prague Seat coming up late in July, all right, with Team B, along with Neve, the Prague Nerd. We're going to be talking about the first 5 Prague albums we ever bought or ever acquired. All right. And then we've got the Monsters Den, Team A of the Monsters Den, Rich Catino, Chris Allo, and myself. We're going to be ranking our top 5 favorite Stuart Gordon films. All right, Stuart Gordon, classic horror films. He's got a bunch of them. Great director, so that's coming up. And then other things I don't have firm dates on, but we've got Stephen Reed and myself And I think with Simon Bray as well, we'll be ranking. Actually, they're going to be doing the ranking. I'm going to just be kind of looking pretty. But those two guys are going to be ranking the albums of FM, okay, UK, great UK prog act. We've got Steven and myself will be ranking the albums of Riverside as well as Frost. All right, we've got a birth of a show that hasn't fully been fleshed out yet, and my guess it's going to be debuting sometime in August, but it's going to be called Album Homework Assignment. Okay, so this is basically we're going to be taking, and I won't be participating in these, I will be kind of like moderating these, but we're going to take each show is going to have two, each week or however often we do it, we'll have two different Sea of Tranquility personalities. Each one of them is going to recommend an album to the other that they've never listened to before. They're each going to go listen to those albums, and then we're going to do just kind of a sit down and discuss, did they like them, did they not, and why. Okay, so that's going to be called Album Homework Assignment. That is coming up. Hopefully we're going to start that in August. That is actually a Jamie Laszlo and Rich Catino idea. So, of course, I'm going to get those two guys to start it all off. I'm going to be ranking the albums, and this might actually happen this weekend. Peter Gabriel solo. I've got ranking the albums of Wobbler, ranking the albums top 5 of the Crusaders, all right, great jazz fusion band, and a whole lot more. So that's, I've said a mouthful, so stay tuned for that and more here on the channel. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. Talking so much. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Make sure you go over to the Sea of Tranquility merch page. The link is below. We've got all the new catchphrase shirts. We've got 3 of them. I'm thinking I might want to do some more because we got some really good ones. Where you can get those shirts as well as some of these cool, more metal themed shirts, some with the traditional logos. We've got Hudson Valley Square shirts. We've got Monsters Den shirts. We also have Comic Book Geezers merch from my other channel, Comic Book Geezers. I think I want to come up with an In the Prog Seat shirt as well. I got to talk to our great merch fellow there. So all sorts of stuff happening. If you want to make a donation to the channel as well, there's also the link to our Ko-Fi page below. Just let it be known your donations, as always, are greatly appreciated. They go towards, buying more music to review and talk about and filling up spots in catalogs to do ranking shows. That's kind of what we use all that for. So thanks again. And 20 million. How about 30? Going to come up sooner than later. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you real soon. Lots of stuff happening over the weekend, so don't miss out. And of course, each and every day during the month of July, favorite bands A to Z coming right up. We've got letter E, so stay tuned for that. See you real soon. I am Pete Pardo. Bye-bye.